I got the bloodlust. Me too. I want to kill. Let's kill.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Bloodlust. This is your go-to podcast for classy broads talking horror. This is episode 225 of the program. Look at us. We've come so far.
So many.
Yeah. Tonight we are discussing the movie Infinity Pool by Brandon Cronenberg. My name's Amy. I'm your fearless leader, joined as always by my lovely and talented co-host, Jamie.
Howdy.
Both lovely and talented.
Yes, on my good days.
Yeah. Welcome, friend. Welcome, listeners. Hope everyone's doing well. I just want to say something really quick that I noticed before we get into talking about the movie and the round table and all that stuff. You know what's funny? You know how when you pause when you're watching something that you've rented, like on Amazon, and it shows you the stars of it?
Yes.
And their IMDb pictures?
Yes.
Did you happen to pause during the watching of this movie and see that?
I didn't, but I do. I know exactly what picture that is because I've looked him up on IMDb before.
Listeners, Alexander Skarsgård's IMDb default pic is him in a suit jacket and tie and everything and no pants and like
tidy whitey underwear
and tidy whities and sock garters. It's very strange, and nobody else has that. It's just him.
Just him, but he just seems like a delight.
He does. He does indeed.
I mean, and when you look like that.
I mean, sure, if I look like that, I would also be pantsless. I would also be topless.
I wouldn't be either of those things, but I
would be
more inclined to consider it.
I'd be naked all the time if I look like that.
It's wild.
Anyway, that's just a little aside. How do you feel about starting the round table?
Jamie. I mean, I feel like that's a good way to start this whole show off.
As is our custom. Mm-hmm. Well, see, here's the thing with this. The round table is related to the plot of this movie, which has to do with doubling of people and making a doppelganger for them. It's never explained. There's some goo that makes it possible.
There's always some goo that makes it possible.
That's right. Best not to go into it. But if you could magically create a doppelganger of yourself with all your memories and all your personality traits, what would you do with it? Say you have a day to spend with your doppelganger. What would you do, Jamie?
Well, as we briefly discussed before we started recording, I would be very tempted to just kill it because there can only be one. But I think, would be very tempted to just... because I spent a lot of time alone in my own head with my own anxious thoughts, I feel like it might be very interesting to, like, actually discuss them.
Aloud with someone?
Aloud with
yourself.
Myself, who's feeling the exact same thing. I'm kind of curious what that would be like.
It'd probably be like a horrible echo chamber and you'd both have panic attacks because you get yourselves so worked up.
Or maybe it would get to a point where we both would be like, these are such stupid things for us to be anxious about. Like, maybe it would be therapeutic.
Maybe it would. You know what I would do with mine? It's not fun. It's not sexy. I'd make it go to my job. I'd make it work for me.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Go do my work.
You just make it your slave?
Yeah. I would make it my stand-in. It would go to work for me. It has all my memories. Go do my job while I stay at home and watch documentaries. And play video games.
Yeah, that really is the better option. And to, like, if you've got certain familial obligations or that sort of thing that you'd rather just not be a part of.
Yes. Oh, that's smart.
Like, you know what? I'm going to need you to...
It would attend every meeting.
Uh-huh.
It would attend every baby shower.
Weddings.
Bridal showers. I don't mind a wedding
it
now
depends.
and then, depending.
It depends. But there's some where I'll be like, all right, I'll go. Actually,
Graduations,
the doppelganger will go.
absolutely. It's very similar to, there was a Simpsons episode where Homer was cloned. And he had his clone go to work for him. And he had his clone do his chores. He kept cloning himself over and over and over again. And there were just like tons of Homers everywhere. And each subsequent copy was a little dumber. And starting with Homer, there wasn't too far to go, but they each get progressively stupider.
I think
that's fine.
That's the best idea, is to, at the very least, have it go to work for you.
Put it to work.
Because otherwise, like, I don't fucking know. I don't have any use for it outside of that.
I would have it try on a bunch of my pants and see how they look from the back.
You are much better at thinking about a doppelganger than I am. Because that's also a great thing. Because, like, mirrors can't be trusted. That's not a true reflection.
No, not for the backside. It's really hard.
I always think I look so stupid and goofy in photos. I would like to see what I look like just as another person looking at me.
Yeah,
but maybe that would just feed insecurity. So maybe that's not a healthy thing to do.
But maybe then on the flip side, maybe you would find that you really look fine.
That's a big maybe.
Maybe
that's a
risky,
worth
it's a
risky
try.
move.
I don't know. Maybe I would see my double and just immediately want to murder it because
I feel kind of anxious even thinking about it. So. I'm not gonna lie.
I do love the idea of getting out of work, though.
I think that's the best one so far, and just using the doppelganger to participate in things you'd rather not participate in.
Yeah,
I would rather clone Caesar.
Well, sure,
right, bud.
Although I don't think I could handle two of Boss.
No, Boss would kill the other boss.
Boss would kill the other boss immediately.
There can only be one, of course, for him.
Listeners, I did ask Kay, my girlfriend, what she would do if she had a doppelganger, and it was dirty. So I'll let you draw your own conclusions. What she would do with her doppelganger, and I find that to be wonderful because that means that she's got a healthy self-esteem.
100%, because that's certainly not something that came to. I mean, it did come to my mind first. Not because, like, that's what I would want to do, but because I'm, like, 12 years old in my brain. So I was like, bang it. But
I'd bang it. Well, maybe Kay's just 12 years old in her brain, too.
I'd honk my boobs.
You'd honk them? I'd braid my hair.
Yep. But, no.
I'd also like to see how the back of my hair looks, because I have a big cowlick kind of in the back, and a lot of times I have like a little spot there, and so it would be easy. But then again, just because we're doppelgangers of each other doesn't mean her hair'd be sitting like my hair sits.
No, but I mean, it would be super likely that it would have a cowlick in the same place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's my double, it's going to have my cowlick, but
for sure.
But I would just, what if they hadn't been leaning with their head back? Or whatever. Or if they hadn't worn a hat all day or whatever.
But if it's a doppelganger of you, it probably would be wearing a hat a lot of the time.
Yeah, because its hair looks like shit.
Right. It would have the same sort of insecurities. It doesn't need to happen. I don't want it to happen.
It makes for good discussion, though, doesn't it?
It does make for a good discussion. I find it hilarious and appropriate that Kay would bang hers.
Both hilarious and true.
Yep. Like, I could just imagine her, like, seducing herself.
It wouldn't be that hard.
With a nice
sing
meal.
At musicals or make it some food. Yeah, that's true. Although that might not work on everyone the way it works on me.
But this is not just like another person. This is just Kay.
She would just have to be like, let's go. And they would just...
Yeah, there you go. Funny.
There'd be no wooing required. No wooing. No woo to pitch.
Oh, I hate that thought. I'm just going to say that, though.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Although, it would be kind of good to, like, know... Because you have an idea of how you perform, but you would be able to know.
Do you?
And that's something. Well, I have an idea.
Is that a thing people have? We're getting a little too personal now. And that's what will happen if you have a doppelganger, and I don't like it.
Sexy consequences, listeners. Sexy consequences.
That's the only thing that can come of having one. Wow. The more I think about it, maybe it would be interesting. Like, the sexy time and then the consequences. Then I have to kill you.
Then I'd have to kill you for sure.
Yeah. But I guess, like, what else are you going to have that opportunity?
Right.
So,
I also wouldn't mind creating doubles of people I hate and being able to kill them. That'd be nice.
I just, like, have no desire to kill at all. So
no, I guess I don't really either.
I think that would be really hard. It would be very much, I'm giving a spoiler. If you haven't seen The Prestige, this is a spoiler alert. But have you seen that movie, The Prestige?
I love The Prestige.
Yeah, so do I. It would feel like that, where it's like you constantly creating, like you have all these doppelgangers, but it's just for a very specific purpose, and then you kill it when it's done.
It seems pretty cruel. It
does. That part of the movie was like an insane gut punch.
Yeah, I don't think I've got the killer instinct. Mm-mm. I don't think I could hurt. I can barely smash a spider.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I could not, so.
Listeners, what would you do with a double of yourself?
Would you bang it, or would you kill it?
Or would you force it to perform manual labor for you?
Yep, those are the only 3 options.
I'll tell you, Kay just moved in this weekend, and I would love if our doppelgangers would unpack everything.
Oh.
That'd be a nice use. Excuse me, I've got hiccups.
See, now it's feeling like that episode of Black Mirror where the gal, like, gets her, like,
her
cookie
AI
doppelganger.
Her assistant?
Yeah. And then that's just your existence is for nothing more than to, like, serve yourself.
To schedule your appointments.
And to, like, toast your toast to the perfect level.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I just loved the implications of that. It's so good.
Anytime they used that cookie thing, especially like in White Christmas too, they do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where they're just like, you know what? Let's just make this seem like 1,000 years or something. I'm like, oh,
that's
my
right.
God.
Listeners, are you excited about the new season of Black Mirror? Are you cautiously optimistic that it's going to be better than the last season of Black Mirror? We'd also love to hear your thoughts on that. Because we're excited.
I am excited. I didn't love the most recent season. No. And that's mainly because I feel like once they brought it to the States here and started making it sort of like a US sort of show, it lost that, like, that edge.
That darkness.
That, like, shitty feeling that we all know I love.
Jamie's favorite feeling.
Yeah. And that dropped out. Although it was there a little bit in the USS Callister episode, but then it, like,
in a way that makes you feel good. Well, that wasn't the most recent episode.
No,
season.
That was from 4, I think.
Yeah,
but
or 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, but then it brought it around. Like, it brought it back to, like, a happy thing. Although I'm not opposed to the happy ones, because what's the one?
Hang the DJ?
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about it before. Like, I love Hang the DJ.
I love
without
USS
a doubt
Callister.
One of my favorite ones.
I love San Junipero, which you do not.
No,
but that's a good happy ending one.
Yeah. But
I'll never understand your hatred of that one.
I don't like it. It doesn't do anything for me.
Nothing?
Not at all.
It's such a great
I even tried rewatching it. The idea is interesting. I'm just like, I don't like the story. Which is weird. Like, I felt like the story was like, it was too much romancy story, which is silly because the other one, Hang the DJ
is also a romance.
Is like very much a romance movie or romance themed episode. And I just really love that one. I don't know why.
I'm just gonna have to assume it's homophobia, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's everyone knows that's me.
Everyone knows you hate gays.
Yep. God, I love Black Mirror. It's so good. I'm excited for this one. Here's hoping that they take us back to a little bit of the darker, upsetting world of
Go back to the
Black
national
Mirror.
anthem. I want something that dark. Wasn't that what it was called? The pig one?
Yeah. That one is not one of my favorites, but that is as your introduction to the to the show. Like, whew.
Yeah. That shit's dark.
Yeah. Shut Up and Dance is crazy.
Shut Up and Dance is the blackmail one, right?
Yes.
With the pedophile?
That was probably one that maybe hit me.
That was the one that hit me the hardest when I first watched it, I think.
Yeah. Like, because I did not anticipate the twist. And so when that was revealed, I was like, oh, this went even fucking darker than I would have ever expected. And of course,
and
that's
before it does,
my jam.
It's still really intense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's already so upsetting and dark, and you feel very specifically one way about the main character.
Yes.
And then something comes to light, and you're like, my whole world's just been shooketh.
Oh God, I want to go back and watch this.
Yeah,
now.
So do I. Shit. We were just talking. Speaking of upsetting things, I texted Amy the other night and I was like, is it weird that I'm rewatching Requiem for a Dream for probably the 12th time?
Yes, the answer's yes.
And then I was like, you know what? There's no need to answer that. I know the answer. We all know the answer.
Oh, Jamie. Oh.
Why?
My friend.
Why?
My sick friend.
just casually watching this cool movie.
I think maybe, is it a need to desensitize yourself?
Oh, I think I'm already desensitized. It's just it's like a cathartic thing.
I guess.
It's more
There's
like,
gotta be a reason.
It's gotta be
for
some
it.
sort of like, if I'm maybe feeling like upset inside, if I watch those sorts of movies, it lets me like have an outlet for it. In like,
well, I think that's legit.
Yeah, a safe way, and I enjoy it. Like,
it's a controlled way to experience. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's why we like horror too.
Exactly. So it's just kind of the same. The one is just like a more realistic, like upsetting feeling. I don't know why I like it. It's very strange.
You're sick.
I'll ask my doppelganger. We'll have
ask
a talk
your doppelganger.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some insight.
Yeah, we'll discuss.
All right. Let's start talking about Infinity Pool, eh?
Yep.
All right. Terrific. How about the stats, if you would?
So sorry, I have cat fur in my mouth.
Oh, well,
it's everywhere.
Sure.
Well, okie dokie, stats. Well, this is written and directed by Brandon Cronenberg. Stars Alexander Skarsgård, Mia Goth, and Cleopatra Coleman.
With the biggest lips I've ever seen.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh my God.
But like,
she
what a
looked
great
like she
name.
was wearing those
I like that name.
wax lips.
Oh, those are fun. I did not even register that. But
I mean, she's beautiful.
Of course, I feel like almost like all the main characters in this are beautiful. It's kind of like the point, right?
Yes.
I mean, part of the point. Anyways, it is rated R, a runtime 1 hour 57 minutes. Just like throw 3 other minutes in there.
That bothered you, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Just now.
Even it up. Even it out.
It premiered at Sundance January 21st this year, 2023. Released January 27th, 2023. On Rotten Tomatoes, it is 86% critics, 52% audience. That tracks. That makes perfect sense to me.
That's pretty bad. But good for critics.
Yeah. And it's currently available to rent.
Yeah, it was $5.99 when we rented it. Or when I rented it. Was it $5.99? Yeah.
It was.
So that's about what it'll be for y'all until it goes down to $3.99.
Yeah.
And then on to streaming. So what's it about? Well,
what is it about?
What is it about? It's about a couple, Cleopatra Coleman and Alexander Skarsgård, who are on vacation in a little country. It's called Lataqua or something. They say it really fast
right.
The whole time, and so it's hard. But they're in this little foreign country, and they break the law there. And it's accidental, but they break the law. And the punishment, which I'm going to describe it because we're not going to go into the details of what happens exactly until we spoil it, but
this part is a little bit spoilery, so if you don't want
going to be a little spoilery.
Any information before watching, just shh.
Yes.
But
it is kind of important to discussing the plot.
Yes.
In this country, if you have a executable offense that you commit, for very wealthy people and tourists, it is possible in this country to have a double of yourself created with all of your memories that can be executed in your stead. And so that is what is done. And this group of people, these rich idiots who like to vacation there, who the couple falls in with, they get really into committing crimes so that they can watch their doppelgangers get murdered. In a kind of catharsis, I guess.
Yep.
So that's what it's about. They don't really go into how it's done, but it's just done.
You can't
much the same way
explain the goo.
No. Much the same way that Possessor doesn't explain how you're able to hop into somebody's mind so that you can take over their body and perform...
You just accept it.
Assassinations. You just have to accept it. Much the same way his dad likes to do for his movies. They're science fiction, but they're very light on the science. And they're not necessarily the kind of science fiction where like, oh, in a couple years or decades, this is probably going to be possible. No.
Right. This technology is just around the corner.
Right. Not the kind of like, it's easy to see where this might happen the same way that like Black Mirror is.
Exactly.
This is sci-fi where it's more of a wouldn't it be cool if you could blank? And so let's create a universe where you can do that. And that's fine. I don't have an issue with that.
No. I don't either.
If you were to have tried to explain the science behind this...
It would have ruined it.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Because you just
There's
you just
no
can't.
science behind this right now. Or ever, maybe.
So that's what it's about. It was originally NC-17. When it premiered at Sundance, it was the NC-17 version. But so far, the R version is all that we've had available. So that's what we reviewed. And another little thing about this movie is that it was offered to Robert Pattinson, the lead was, instead of Skarsgård, and he turned it down. Who knows why?
I mean, he's done some weird ass.
He sure has.
He did that one real jizz-filled movie, right? Yeah.
High Life, yeah. Claire Denis.
Yeah, I feel like he would have been fine in this. I'm glad Alexander Skarsgård got it and was in it, because I think he was kind of ideal.
He was a great choice for the role.
Yeah, it seemed absolutely great, but I could see why Robert Pattinson was offered the role. I think he's
and I can't imagine
good actor.
Any reason he turned it down except for scheduling conflicts, because I would take this part for sure.
What a ride.
So that is the stats and what it's about and little trivias. What did we think? Jamie, what did you think of Infinity Pool?
What did I think? Let me preface by saying I think Mia Goth is amazing. I think Mia Goth acting in these sort of weird-ass horror movies is like is perfection. I'm not unconvinced that she's not crazy.
Yeah, she might be.
In real life. I don't care. She seems cool as shit. And I love how she can take these roles, especially this one, and just like embodies it in a way where it absolutely blurs that line where you're like, I think she just might be like this.
She might be unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think that is very likely. She's just so fucking good and so like enthralling and mesmerizing to me. Like without a doubt, in my opinion, was the highlight of this movie.
Absolutely.
I think she's...
Except for the part at the end where she screams James for like the last half hour.
Yeah. Maybe not that. But
I never remember characters' names ever in movies, but I remember the main character's name is James in this. Yep. Goddamn, she screams it at least 100 times. Go on.
She's just so good. And her character is just so insanely unhinged. And you just never know what her like motivation is or like where she's trying to direct things or like what her interest in James is or like I just love that. And it was so freaking believable. Like she is just awesome. I'm a huge fan of hers. I want to see her in more stuff.
Yeah, she went from being an actress that I was pretty lukewarm on,
Yeah.
even through like X. It wasn't until Pearl really that I was like, damn, she's amazing.
I think X like started it. Like there was a hint of like, okay, she's like hers is kind of a minor character. She's not, I mean, she was in it a lot, but there were lots of other ensemble cast with her. But like she was very much engaging that it was a memorable character. So like that was maybe kind of the hint. And then in Pearl, especially that crying scene outside of the church after she has her thing, like she is unapologetically unafraid to fucking go there and like completely like lose all control and just absorb and be whatever that character is. And I think that is awesome, especially in these sort of weird horror movies that don't necessarily have like a full place in horror because they're kind of like weird charker studies
and kind of sci-fi too.
Yeah, and
same thing
sci-fi.
with High Life, which she was also in.
It's just she's got a niche.
She picks really interesting
and
movies.
She picks cool movies to be in, interesting movies, like super interesting characters to play.
And she's lucky that people like these directors want to work with her.
And
in fact,
she married to Shia LaBeouf?
She is not married to him, but I think she's like his partner. I know they have a child together, and
so yeah, she might just legit be a little
she
crazy
might
in
just
real life.
Legit be crazy.
And
Who
honestly,
knows?
it's fucking working for her. You do you. You're killing it. I'm a big fan of yours, Mia Goth. I kind of love you. I can't wait to see you in more things. I think she's great. So that was just a preface. She really steals the show in this, in my opinion.
She does.
But and then Alexander Skarsgård, in his defense, I think he did a really, really quality and like good job at like keeping her pace of craziness. And I gotta imagine that while filming this, she's so good at what she does in this area that like it allows him to sort of let go in that same sort of way. And it just makes for like a super engaging, interesting, like viewing experience, because this movie is really kind of batshit.
Yeah.
And there are multiple moments where you just, or at least I did, just kind of stopped and was like, what am I watching?
You watched White Lotus, right?
Like, what? Yes.
Did you not find this to be very similar to White Lotus, but sci-fi?
I mean, listen, I am all for this sort of recent exploration into like mega rich people and how they're a detriment to society and how they've reached a point where it's like nothing will satisfy them. So they have to indulge in these excesses that are outside of the realm of like normality or
what human beings, or what humanity.
Where you've gotten to a point where you need to keep upping the extreme in order to like feel something or have a moment, because you've just had everything available to you, so everything else is just meaningless. I'm all about that, because
I love
you're trash
the
people.
Recent trend of
you're
this
horrible
kind of stuff.
people. I don't apologize for saying that. So I like seeing it on the screen, and then I like seeing it's cathartic to see bad shit happen to them.
Yes,
I'll put that out there. So I like that trend. I love White Lotus. Armand is my favorite of all of the White Lotus characters so far.
Yes, I did. Kay watched the whole second season. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just kind of popped in here and there as she was watching it.
I found the second one to be more upsetting than the first.
Upsetting as in depressing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It just had like a darker tone to it. But anyways, that's for our White Lotus podcast.
Yes. But this did make me think of White Lotus like a million times while I was watching
or
it.
like,
it's like
the
this
menu.
Is the sci-fi White Lotus.
Like the menu's kind of got that theme where it's like, here we've got a bunch of bougie rich people who can drop whatever it was, like $15,000 on a fucking like perfectly curated meal. And this, I like this. I would like to see their destruction in both movies and real life.
Yes.
So I'll carry
and again, this is another kind of thing that I expect from like a Black Mirror. This is the kind of satire and sci-fi that I expect from Black Mirror, and I love that we're seeing it now in movies more.
I do like it. I mean, we've said multiple times before that horror, part of the reason you and I love horror, and like I said, we've mentioned it, is that like it very much seems to represent whatever the struggles are or whatever the like issues are of the time. And obviously right now, for anyone who's half paying attention, like that is a huge issue, like class disparity and folks having way more than they ever possibly need in life, and other folks
at the expense of and on the backs of
everybody else.
Of everyone else, yeah.
So I like this. I like seeing this stuff. I want to see more of it because I think that, one, they're entertaining as shit, but two, I think it only helps to shine a light on that issue. And like,
yeah, and the more people think about the disparity and the unfairness and the way that these people exploit everyone else, the more, the more we're inundated with that in our media, the more we'll be driven to act.
Yep. So I'm all for it. I like it. So outside of, I mean, that was kind of a long digression. I think the acting was really, really great in this. And I love Possessor. I will still put Possessor before this because I think the plot of Possessor was more like successfully tied together and well-rounded. I think this movie, Infinity Pool, towards the end, maybe lost it a little bit for me.
It loses its way. It's a little too long.
Yeah. But like for a good stretch there, this movie is so crazy. And just the themes.
And funny.
And like unexpectedly funny. Mm-hmm. But like some of the ideas that it is exploring, and I think some can be sort of like left up to interpretation, but like it is very interesting to just sit and think about. Yeah. And I like what he does. I'm not an artsy fartsy movie lover, as I've said in the past, but this is maybe like just enough of it. I love the visuals.
You liked the orgy scene and the doppelganger creation scene and stuff. Yes, the way that he went a little bit.
I loved all of that in this because I think it wasn't like artsy just for the sake of trying to be artsy and trying.
No, I think he was explaining a scene that would have normally had to have science in a way that
and because what the main character James is going through, and arguably like the other characters are in their own like stages of going through the same thing, they're just further along, is so wild and so out there and so complex to think about that you almost have to include these scenes where it's just like shots of like genitalia, like weird visuals, weird sounds, all sort of like juxtaposing against the stuff that's going on. And it just creates like a very interesting atmosphere where you as a viewer feel disconnected and sort of lost from what is going on. And you understand like what James is feeling as the main character, because he's also sort of losing his grip on what reality is, or like what he knows as reality, or honestly, also he's kind of losing by the end, like his grip on where he even stands in the world, like what his place is. He
definitely loses his grip on that.
And I think that there is not a ton of dialogue to sort of like wax poetic about that theme or that idea.
No, it's not a dialogue heavy movie.
It's just so successfully done in the subtlety of the story and like the weird visuals and the music, and also just like the stellar acting that you get from the two main folks. So I was a fan of this. I don't think that it's necessarily like a must that you see the unrated NC-17 version. I think
you get a bit of.
You get like
it's already getting an extra half star for penis.
Exactly.
So I feel like you get enough.
Yeah, I think this is great. If you like sort of weird concept movies that sort of explore I don't know, like societal topics, but in a way that's not like spoon fed to you, in a way that actually forces you to sit there and sort of think about it for a while and like, what does this mean? And even then,
I don't even think forces you, because you can sit here and watch the movie and understand what's happening. It's not so artsy that you don't know and you can't follow the plot, but it gives you little things to think about.
But I mean, like, if you,
in your
I don't understand.
mind.
I don't think you could. I find it hard to believe you'd be able to watch this movie and not have to sit and think on like the thematics of it a little bit and like what it means in a larger scale. So maybe that doesn't force you, but it like it makes you want to. It makes you want to sort of think about it.
It's not the kind of thing that you can't understand unless you sit and parse it out. It's not like a David Lynch movie.
No, not
or something like that. Yeah.
Nope.
And I would say, for me, I liked this more than Possessor because of those reasons. Because I liked the way, the implications. I liked the way it made you. It's the implication. Mm-hmm. I liked the way it made me think about that kind of stuff. And I liked the satire of the rich fucks with nothing better to do than cause trouble. To me, I responded more to this movie for those reasons than I did Possessor. Possessor was an interesting story and an interesting character study, but I liked the themes of this one more. Yeah. So I preferred this one.
I'd agree with that. I just think like as a whole, movie-wise, like the quality of the movie all around.
As a story, the way the story was
Possessor
told.
was better.
I guess I'd have to watch Possessor again. You might be right.
Yeah, of what I'm thinking about and like what I think it means and what the characters went through. Like I would absolutely say that this Infinity Pool has much, in my opinion, more interesting
implications
and
yeah, I agree.
Interesting themes. I just don't think there was just something about the end that just didn't.
I liked the ultimate ending.
It wasn't terrible, but it didn't sell it for me.
It had the third act meandered a little bit in a way that I didn't love.
Like they could have cut some of the runtime is all.
They could have cut some of that out. But otherwise, I mean, I'm going to give this a 4.5, where I would normally give this a 4 because of the peen.
That's so funny. I will give this a 4.5.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. And I liked Possessor, but thinking back on it, it's not something that I really want to watch again. And this one I'd probably watch again and show other people. So yeah, I think this is a solid 4.5 for me. I really enjoyed the way that it looked quite a bit. I loved the intro titles. I loved how that looked. I thought they were really cool. The cinematography is really striking. The opening shots of the resort, the way that they're very like, they give you kind of vertigo, the way that they flip over and stuff, which we've seen before.
Yep.
But the way it's done in this, I really thought it looked sharp and cool. And I loved the art direction in this, the way that the masks looked in it.
Oh, the masks were so creepy.
The masks were so cool. So cool.
Yeah. Not only that, there's like obviously something. I mean, this is one that I will definitely watch again, and maybe a couple times, because I think there's a lot to sort of pull apart from this. And like
I enjoyed it better on the second watch.
Look at the layers.
Yeah.
I liked that they were obviously trying to say something about like just like super wealthy folks who obviously don't have any empathy or care for other people, this sort of thing. And this like an idea of like cultural appropriation, because there's like interesting scenes where they say something like, isn't there like, there's a Chinese restaurant here or something, and they're like, why? Like what? And it's almost just like because it's like almost like a freak show, like it's a zoo for you. It's just here are these groups, and there's like a weird like cutaway to like a Bollywood dance scene, which is super cool. Like I loved how that looked and was shot. But it's also just like it gives you the idea that like in the context of that resort and the people who are there, like those are not cultures that are being respected for their cultures.
They're being commodified.
Exactly. Like they're just there because it's an entertainment thing, and you think it's funny, like a zoo animal, like, or a two-headed person at the freak show. Like it's just, there's just very interesting themes in this that are, the more you sit on it and the more you think about it, and like watching it a second time, you pick up on more. And
yeah, there's a
I don't know,
there's
it's
a
just like
scene in
deeper
this-
than it seems on first watch. The
Yeah.
pool is deeper.
Perhaps there's a scene
infinitely
where
deeper.
infinitely deep. There's a scene where James is being introduced to the rest of the group of, they call themselves zombies, the people who've been doubled and gotten executed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an interesting scene the way it's filmed, because they show it from the outside, like looking into the room from the outside of the room. And they don't ever cut to close-ups on people's faces when they're talking or anything. We just see like the backs and sides of most people's heads, and then James and Gabby, and that's it. And I thought that was interesting, and I thought it was thoughtful, the way that they, you know, there wasn't anything to those people. So not showing them at the beginning when you were introduced to them, I think was an intentional choice, because they're just kind of nothing people.
Yeah, there's no substance. There's just, at this point, they just exist. They just
exist to cause trouble and make people, cause people to do more work.
Yeah.
What did you think about the violence in this? I think like his last movie, the violence in this was very upsetting.
It was. I mean,
you know how desensitized we are, listeners.
We
but
are.
There's a repeated stabbing in this, and the way it was filmed, it made me pretty grossed out.
It made me grossed out. There's also the scene, like later on in the movie, where they're beating up somebody who's got a mask on. Like that was kind of upsetting, because as much as I'm desensitized to violence, like mob violence or a group of people beating up on one person is very upsetting to me. And that scene definitely hit a core. And it was, and then the reveal of it was like fucking intense.
Yes, it was.
It's just, is
intense for the character that it was meant to be intense for, too.
Yeah.
I think that he does violence in a way that is more responsible in a way than other horror directors, because we feel it.
Yes.
Where you don't feel it, say, in like Evil Dead.
Right.
Evil Dead Rise.
Because it's not stylized, and it's not violence for the sake of violence, and we're showing you this violence to just shock you about the gore stuff. Like, yes, it's shocking violence, but it's realistic, and there's something behind it. Like, there's a deeper meaning to what's happening here, and that's what feels deeply upsetting. Also, because the characters, you just understand them so well by that point, and you see the kind of people that they are, and just how they have absolutely no regard for other human lives. Like, it is purely selfish, everything that they do. Like,
it's just like theater for them.
Yes.
They're just watching it for entertainment.
Exactly. Which is so, that in and of itself, like, is maybe not the main theme of this movie, but is obviously a theme, and it is so well done, and it is so upsetting, because there are people like that. There are a lot of people like that in the world. Like,
yeah, this isn't a thing where like
so many people now, and it's,
I don't know, some David Cronenberg movies and Brandon Cronenberg movies, like Antiviral, where people were being like, what was the premise of that? People were being like injected with the diseases that famous people had. Like, I don't see that happening, but I see this as being something that, I mean, no, I don't think people would just like on purpose go and do it. But after it's been done once, getting into the idea, the way that we have such a, at least in the US, and I don't really know about other places, but the way that we have such a mental health crisis with people being depressed and anxious and hating themselves and things like that, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a thing that people with a lot of money, the money that, you know, the money to throw away that these people had, that people would get into.
100%. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. If someone said like, hey, something like this actually exists, I would be like, of course it does.
Of course
I just assume it does. I mean, also, what was that other movie with the one gal that we really like? The Hunt?
Yeah.
That's another one that's kind of like this. where it's just like, y'all rich fucks get to a point where you've got nothing else. Like, there is no...
Nothing makes you happy.
Nothing makes you happy because everything...
makes you happy.
You can have everything because you've got access to everything. So you have to start looking for some other way to get your fix.
Yeah. There was a line in this that I had to write down because it didn't make any goddamn sense.
Which one?
His wife, James's wife in the movie, the girl with the beautiful pillowy lips. She says to him, after he goes off with his friends and comes back with a second urn of ashes of his doppelganger. You've gone wrong around the eyes like one of those crabs at the dump.
What?
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry. Come again? What does that mean? What crabs?
What crabs at the dump? What dump are you going to?
Why are you looking at their eyes so closely?
And they have eyes on eye stalks. How could a person...
Huh.
It's like, is that some kind of weird AI generated... I don't know. It was odd to me, so I wrote it down.
Interesting.
You've gone wrong around the eyes. Like one of those crabs at the dump.
There's got to be something to it. You don't just like come up with
I don't know. Who knows?
A sentence like that.
Maybe some dumps have a lot of crabs and they have crazy eyes. Never heard this before.
Listeners, if anyone knows what the hell that means, please do.
We'd love to hear it.
Please do tell us, because now I'm very curious.
Same. Well, I'm really glad you liked this.
I mean, I
enjoyed
am
it too. It was weird and I liked it. And I think we should talk about some spoilers and how it ultimately ends up. But let's take a little break first so that people can not have it spoiled. So spoilers. We already said that they start to kind of get into the idea of watching themselves get executed. And that he falls in with this group of rich fucks that just go and cause trouble so that they can get in trouble.
Because they know they can pay their way out of it. And they don't care that they're actually creating
a person that gets
another
murdered.
Person that has a history, memories, a backstory that is essentially literally just a carbon copy of them. The fact that that doesn't even faze them that's where we differ. I mean, in many places, but that's one of the big places we differ.
That's the big one. Yeah. But that's not really the twist. The twist is kind of that James, because James is a writer. He wrote one book and then he didn't write anything else for 6 years. And he is introduced to Gabby, Mia Goth's character, because she's like, oh, I liked your book. Are you going to make another one? And what we find out is that he was just a project for them to have fun on their trip. And she looked up that he had a book to blow smoke up his ass to get him to go along with stuff. And for the third act of the movie, when she can't get him to act violently enough for her taste, because she wants him to kill himself in an act of, I don't know, annihilation or something that's going to make him strong. Yeah. That's her goal. That was like her project on this trip. And because he kind of doesn't want to do it, she ends up, along with the help of her rich buddies, just like torturing him.
Yeah.
They tell him that they've kidnapped the police chief who's executed them a couple times. And he starts beating him up and hailing this crazy drug that made him flip out and do an orgy before. And then we find out that it's him that he's beating up and peeing on and whatever. And he doesn't have the gumption to go through with killing himself. So they chase him all around as he tries to run away. He tries to sneak out onto the shuttle and they pull the bus over with a gun and shoot at him. And then she tells him that she didn't even read his book, and she reads him a bad review of his book aloud while he's like marching in front of their car.
It's so, I mean, it's so good to show that they're absolutely like callous.
Morally bankrupt.
And yeah, there's
fuckers.
nothing. It's self-serving from morning till night. Like,
It's all just a big fun game
it's
to
just
them.
fun. These are not people that they're messing with. They are toys. They're a means to an end. And all they're interested in, especially her, Gabby, because that's who we get to know the most, like,
Yeah.
is her satisfaction from it and like what she's hoping to get from this. And you know from the get-go that Gabby is batshit. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe not from the get-go, because she just seems like a little bit of a fan at first. But then there's a particular scene where he's peeing outside and she comes up behind him, and
Men are they're just such animals, you know? If I went up around a woman, even if she was a lesbian and she was into it, and I just started diddling her from behind when she was like squatting to pee, she'd be slapping me like, no, get the fuck off me. What are you doing? But a man, it's just like, jizz.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened.
Stupid men.
It's so true. It's very helpful to know.
Oh, well.
But those, and those were some bodily fluids I didn't expect to see so close together in that scene.
Not so much.
But that was maybe the first scene where I was like, oh, Mia Goth is fucking perfect in this.
Yep.
Because she comes up behind him with such a no-nonsense interface. Like, this is just an everyday thing. She knows what she's doing, and she's like, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna do a thing, and now you're in my grasps. Like,
literally.
Yeah, literally. Like, yep. That scene was so unhinged because his face shows like a very much like roller coaster of emotions. He's obviously going through something. She is nothing. She is fucking deadpan through it. And he can't see that, but we as a viewer can see that.
Yes.
Whereas like this is just an everyday thing for her. And it's
just a step in her plan.
It doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. She's just like, again, a step in the plan. She's just doing it because she knows what she wants to get from the situation. And this is just part of getting there.
Yeah.
And like, fuck, if you don't kind of love her for that. Because it's fictional. Real life people, I don't.
If she was a real person,
that.
yes, she'd be abhorrent, but
oh, it's so.
So you didn't like the ending? I
mean, I don't know that I would say like necessarily I didn't like it. There were some parts that I liked. Like we were talking about spoilers. Like I liked what the ending sort of implied and what you saw and how that sort of closed things up or made you think about things, where it's just like you see them, like her with her makeup off, and you see them like at the airport just sort of conversing
in her travel clothes, looking like normal
interacting
people,
just like normal people, as if
talking
like,
about like picking
all
up
of that shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I loved that. It brought it back to
100%.
Like a White Lotus full circle thing for me, because it was just like, oh, and now they go back to their regular lives, and he's just like,
and he doesn't know what to do with himself, because I get the impression that like almost at that point he sort of realized that his life it didn't make sense with his wife in this sort of writer role. Like he was almost subordinate to this wealthy woman that he married into, and he wasn't quite comfortable with that, but like it afforded him all these things, so he did it. But he also wasn't quite comfortable with this super wealthy group of folks who just get off on fucking killing themselves a million times over and ruining everybody else's lives. Like, and that he then turns around and like goes back to the resort in some sort of weird like limbo.
He doesn't know what to do now.
Yeah,
his
like
life
I don't know what my existence is. What
am I here for?
So I liked that, just like conceptually, like what that meant for the story. I think you were spot on when it's like it dragged a little bit. Like
it just dragged a little bit when she was, and I as much as I loved, sorry, I've got the hiccups. As much as I loved the stuff with her reading his bad review and stuff like that, they should have shortened that segment of them chasing him and trying to get him to do stuff before it's just like, all right, James.
Yeah.
You can go. I do want to say, you can't just punch someone's head apart.
No.
I don't care how many times you punch someone in the skull. You can't just break their head with your fist.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything.
I know you're
in the laws
Alexander
of science.
Skarsgård and you're the Northman and everything, but
But you're not in this movie.
But you're not the Northman in this
You're not
movie.
a swole.
And I don't... he's still pretty ripped, though. Jesus
He really
Christ.
is. What an
That
attractive
robe that
man.
they have cut open.
I'm not
just
even
his
into
tummy.
blondes, but like,
I don't-
what an attractive man.
I don't like his face, but he does have like a Hollywood
Oh, see, I
face.
like his face.
Like, I don't find it attractive, but I do think he has like a Hollywood leading man face. And he's tall and he's ripped. And that
Yeah.
counts for a lot.
Well,
But he's not my
he's doing
thing.
all right.
He's
He's
doing
not my
fine.
thing too, but I can absolutely appreciate like what he's got going on.
Yeah, and I think, I think for this part, I like him better than
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Just like
Pattinson.
Mia Goth isn't my thing, but I can absolutely appreciate what she's got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
100%.
You're gorgeous.
In
You're
fact,
crazy.
Maybe
I'm
Alexander
kind of into
Skarsgård is the male Mia Goth.
I mean, I love that. I love because
Because of the stuff they've chosen.
and it's 100%, and that's why it's kind of interesting that Robert Pattinson was the first choice for this, because he's maybe the only other one that would have made sense
Yeah,
for
I
this,
agree.
because I don't know who else could hit her level. She just like so fucking effortlessly hits this like crazy note where she can just let go and become this like absolute batshit.
Yeah.
And this character is not even outwardly batshit, not even like Pearl, where there's a scene where she's bawling outside of a church and there's
Right.
snot and spit. Like,
No.
there's not a physical like excess or something that's happening. You just believe it from moment one. Like, you just believe she is this character, and she brings like such an insane energy. And I just think that Alexander Skarsgård really probably did the best anyone could do to match that. And I gotta feel like as an actor, it must be kind of freeing and encouraging when you're working like opposite of somebody who's already like can so easily get to that level and is so comfortable getting to that level that it allows you to sort of explore your crazier side in that. And I think I would like to see him in more of these things. I know his brother is like It and doing, was in Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of towing that line of horror stuff. I think Alexander Skarsgård has more to offer in what I want to see from horror
Based on
movies.
this, I agree.
Yes, where it's like this sort of psychological, real world. Like, I want to see someone losing their shit and believe that they're actually losing their shit.
Well, this does it. This checks that box for you.
It really does. And we've barely even talked about the orgy scene.
I know. There's a funny... I made Kate watch for it when we watched it again. There's like this one shot of a silhouette of pubes, of like a tufty silhouette of pubes that they show like 3 or 4 times in the movie.
Because it's classy. I have a photo of a tuft of pubes in my dining room.
Yes.
Hanging over my china cabinet.
It's very funny to me. I loved it.
It's titled Tuft of Pubes.
Tuft of pubes.
Mm-hmm.
A silhouetted pube silhouetted in the
pubes.
moonlight. In the moonlight.
Yeah. I liked it.
I liked it too. Anything else you want to add about it?
No,
I
just
will
that
like
I would
to say,
recommend it.
this is why you don't leave the resort. You go on an all-inclusive vacation at a resort, you stay in the fucking resort.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but this tells me that, yeah, stay in the resort.
That is the takeaway from this. If somebody asks you to go on a day trip outside of the
Don't ever do it.
resort, no.
All bets are off once you
Also, if your
leave the
headlights stop
premises.
working, pull the car over.
Just stop. Just stop the
Just
car.
stop the car.
Yep.
Figure out the lights
But
while
he
your
was
car's
a
not
little-
moving. I know, he was drunk.
There were a lot of poor decisions made.
A lot of poor decisions were made. Anyway, that's what we think of Infinity Pool. We hope that you we'll watch it and let us know what you think. I would also be interested in hearing what you listeners thought of Crimes of the Future, Brandon Cronenberg's Papa's movie that came out last year with Viggo Mortensen and Kristen Stewart. Because I watched that and enjoyed it and would be interested to hear
that. I like both
what you
of those
think.
folks.
Yeah. I thought it was a cool movie. It had the most humor that I've seen in a David Cronenberg movie.
Viggo Mortensen for sure.
We like him.
I went and saw, just a total different note, that, was it Sisu? Sisu? Is that the name of it? It's like...
Steve Zissou?
No.
The Life Aquatic?
No.
Oh.
SISU, I think.
What's that?
It's about the, like, is it Finnish? A Finnish dude during, like, the times of World War II, and he's basically just, like, a Nazi killer. He's, like,
I've never even heard of this.
Oh.
You saw it in the theater?
I did. It's kind of delightful. I may have had some shrooms beforehand, so I can't speak to, like, structurally how well it held together, but it was very entertaining, and it was very much like Quentin Tarantino meets A24.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was fun.
Sisu?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How come I don't know about this?
The main guy, we saw, there was a trailer for it on something that we had to watch recently.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The main guy was great. It was very campy at parts, but like the violence was, I mean, it's what you would expect from like a Quentin Tarantino type movie.
Okay.
Like a revisionist history.
I do enjoy that.
Listen, it was fun. I'd recommend it. It was a good time in the theater.
When I saw Inglourious Basterds, I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. I didn't know you could do that.
My family watched that on Christmas.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
my brother
really
got
nice.
it as a Christmas present, and we all watched it. And we all
I
loved
like
it.
That. It's so satisfying when the theater burns down.
What
was her name?
Shoshana.
Shoshana.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
Yes.
Christoph Waltz. Christoph Waltz is the best part of that entire movie.
That's such a great performance.
Jesus Christ. I don't know that he could do better than that in all of his acting. It was so good.
It was such
He
a good
was so horrible,
performance.
Hans Landa.
And so wonderful at the same time. And Shoshana was such a snack.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Speaking of snack, Michael Fassbender.
Right. Who else was in that? Diane Kruger? She's a
Eli
fox.
Roth was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
The one dude from The Office, oddly.
He was the one that was with him when he was like saying the Italian name over and over again. I can't remember what it is now.
Oh shit. What was it? He's like, oh my god. It was just in my head.
Giuseppe Tornatore. I don't remember what it was.
Aldo Fellini.
It's Aldo something.
There's
right.
Aldo Fellini. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that movie. Yeah, Diane Kruger is gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
Michael Fassbender in that movie. That's really what kind of
That's peak Michael Fassbender.
opened my eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
And legs. Just kidding.
Just kidding, not kidding.
Just kidding, not kidding. Oh, because he's got that high British accent.
That aristocratic British, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially right before he's about to die, and he's like,
yep,
loses his accent, and he's like, I hope you don't mind if I go out and speak of the kings. I was like, oh,
yes.
damn.
Anyhow.
Yeah, shit. That's a great movie.
So we've digressed a little bit, but listeners, we've heard your plaintive calls.
Yep.
For us to review Beau is Afraid.
We're going to do it.
We are going to do it next. We are very sorry still about that little mishap, but we understand that you want us to review it, and we are going to.
Yep.
So that's going to be our next movie. We love you, and we will do what you say.
Yep.
So please join us back. Yes, I am a people pleaser.
Same here.
And I want everyone to be happy, and so we are going to be reviewing Beau is Afraid next. We hope that you will join us back here in 2 weeks, and you can finally hear what we think about it. In the meantime, if you haven't watched this one, I hope that you do, because we liked it.
It's very fun. I mean, not like fun, like, haha, we had a great time by the end of it, but just
It's just
like,
a weird, interesting experience. I liked it.
it is. And the shit that like it gets you thinking about by the end of it is very satisfying to me. Like,
Yes.
it's now I like want to watch it again.
Well,
I'm not going to because that's a bit much.
so you'd have to rent it again.
Yeah,
But when it comes back on streaming, I'll probably watch it again.
for sure.
And I'll be interested to hear what you think of Crimes of the Future if you watch it. I think it's on HBO. All right, listeners. Well, this has been a good episode. We have enjoyed speaking with you about all things Cronenbergian.
Speaking at you, rather.
Speaking at you
Yeah.
about Cronenbergian things. And we hope that you've enjoyed it. And we hope you'll join us for the next one. Jamie, thank you for joining me.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I'm glad we watched this and enjoyed it. And I hope we enjoy Beau Was Afraid.
I think we will.
I think we probably will. We like Ari Aster quite a bit.
I like Joaquin Phoenix quite a bit. Like
That too.
Those are two incredible talents coming
And Patty
together.
LuPone.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, we'll be fine.
I think we'll be fine. All right, listeners. Until next time. I've been Amy.
And I think I've been Jamie.
Or Jamie's double.
Or my double.
We're not
Who's
sure.
to
There's
say?
no way to know. There's just no way to know.
I'll never know.
So good night and hail Ratma.
As always.
From all of us to all of you.